Hey guys, what it do? It's your boy Supreme Uchiha the God, and today I want to talk about Actually, no, I want to make a different type of video today. So I want to talk about, Tower of God, and I want to talk about Hunter x Hunter and how I think Tower of God was highly influenced by Hunter x Hunter, except he took it to a different levels in terms of powers and what's happening in the story. So if you look at Tower of God, a lot of the way those examinees and those tests and those all of these things, and once you kind of start, you kind of have to keep going. If you lose, what I'm saying, you don't climb up, you don't go to the next level, and you can get stuck on the floor until you level up. As we know from Wangnan, each level, each floor has, a town and people that live there. Some people are born in the tower and others are not. Pretty much everybody's born in the tower. But if you're born in the tower, whatever floor you're born on, that's where you reside until you take a test in order to climb up. Now, Hunter x Hunter isn't quite the same, of course. But I can clearly see where the influence would come from. So in Hunter x Hunter, you decide you want to take the exam because taking the exam and finishing it offers you a bunch of things. What I'm saying? The 60 of the 100 richest people on the planet in the Hunter x Hunter world are all hunters, because they get access to many secrets and many things and many places that nobody else can get access to, just by being a hunter. And the hunter exams, you can kill people, you can do whatever. Pretty similar to Tower of God exams, where you can murk each other, you can kill each other. The examiner doesn't really give a shit as long as you accomplish the goal. Those games and those different types of things, and some games you can murder, and other games there's no chance to murder, and that's basically how it goes, right? So it's pretty similar. People offer each other jewels and games and all of that stuff. Like if you look at one of the first levels in Hunter x Hunter, when they're going to the exam and they do the battle was like one person versus one person. There was like a candle one that Leroy had to do. Was that a candle one? No, Gunn had to do the candle one. And then he just put his candle down because it was burning so fast and so heavy, and attacked the other guy and blew his candle out, because that was a competition. So, in those guys, the prisoners got to choose what type of competition it was, essentially. Tower of God kind of works very similarly. Sometimes, players, or sometimes the what's it the regulars get to choose competition against each other, and then they get the administrator to accept or reject, or what I'm saying, and those people that like run the floor. It's all pretty similar. The examiner, and then the head of the exams, etc. You can kind of see where the influence would come from there. Now, I do think Tower of God obviously takes it to an extreme level, because Tower of God is just a tournament, essentially. It's all within the tower. It's all the exam. It's all within the exam. You can break the rule and climb up the tower without the exams if you choose. And there's obviously a bunch of ways around it. The same way kind of Hisoka decided to murk a bunch of examiners because he just felt like it and he wanted to test himself. But I really think that's where the influence came from. Obviously, SIU, took that and ran with it and created his own universe, his own world. And one of the reasons I want to talk about is because Tower of God is back, and I'm kind of enjoying it a little bit again. So, because we finally left the place that we needed to leave, and I'm glad that we left it, because I really hated that whole arc of him saving his master and where the battlefield was and how everything was happening. But now that we're moving past it, and SIU is feeling better, hopefully he doesn't get sick again, I'm kind of looking forward for this arc to finish, so that because we need to find out so much, like about Wang Nan, about Rachel. We kind of know quite a bit, but mainly I just want Wang Nan back. I also want to know where Sibusi's team are. You know what I'm saying? I think Sabusi, following Sabusi's team or Endorse's team. I know Endorsey is here, but she's not with her team right now. But I wonder where the rest of her team are, because I think following her team and following Bam with Wang Nan is kind of superior to following Bam, Kun, and Rak, to be honest. I think Rak and Kun together are a better duo. But I think really the story should focus on revolving all three of them. So if you look at Hunter x Hunter, for example, you know, Gun is the glue, right? The same way Bam is the glue to kind of everybody within the tower. That's you know, that's with him, like Rag and all of them, and Dorsey, yada yada yada. But you know, and then Killua is the person that kind of runs off on his own all the time and does his own things. I think Tower of God should kind of do that a bit more, right? Like in the forest, when they have to get badges in Hunter x Hunter, you know, Gun is by himself, right? His name is Gun, right? Yeah, Gun. I'm like, what's his name again? Gun is by himself, and he's doing his own thing, and he gets the badge. Then you have Leroy by himself, until he meets his partner. I can never say his name. Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. Blonde kid. You know what I'm saying? The one with the scarlet eyes. Then he meets him, and then they combine, and that they kind of have their own thing. And then Killua has his own thing. You know what I'm saying? I think Tower of God should probably utilize that more. Having, you know, so have Bam's story being playing out, I think is fine. We follow Bam, but simultaneously we're following Wang Nan. Simultaneously we're following, you know what I'm saying, Con and the guys. I think we can, you know, I think we should do more of that, because I think Tower of God has a tendency of going, we're focusing on this character and that's it. We'll focus on this character for the next 100, 200 chapters. And then we'll focus on this character for the next 100. You know what I'm saying? Instead of like, I mean, sometimes it does that. Like I think with the Princess of Jahad, what's her name? See, I can't even remember the names of people because it's been so long. God damn, the first Princess of Jahad that we meet. You know what I'm saying? I think it did that a few times, but I feel like it could do it more. It does it a bit too sparingly. But I'm excited to talk about Tower of God again soon. I do have some ideas and videos to do. I kind of wanted to start with this one because I'm also reading Hunter x Hunter. I just started reading Hunter x Hunter. I watched the first 60 episodes of the 2011, I think, version of Hunter x Hunter. But I kind of stopped randomly at like episode 60 or 62 or some shit. So, and this was like 9 years ago. So I decided to read it, and then and then I was also, you know, Tower of God also came back around the same time. So I'm like, oh, I could kind of talk about the two of them. I know this is kind of a nothing video, but, you know, whatever. Anyway, it's been your boy, Supremacy to God. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Tower of God videos will be coming, and Hunter x Hunter videos will be coming. I'm going to catch up to, I think I'm going to, I don't know when I'm going to make like a Hunter x Hunter video, to be honest, but it will be soon enough. I just have to get enough information where I have topics I want to talk about. I'll definitely be making a Killua video because I think he's such an intriguing character. But yeah, that's it. I have to go meet some friends, and I have work tomorrow morning, so I can't really spend as much time as I need to here. But listen, I hope you guys enjoyed. It's been your boy, Supremacy to God. I'm out. Subscribe.